We're not going to eat anything that the Raiders fans have prepared. You're going to end up with salmonella or a tapeworm or something like that.
All right, Mike.
Yeah.
Projections have come out for teams' wins, overall wins,
Yeah.
and odds of overall wins for the upcoming 2024 season. Just some ones that are out there that are absolutely outrageous. They have Cincinnati with more wins right now, projecting 10.5 wins, while the Ravens are only projected as having 10.2 wins, Mike. Tell me, how do you feel about that? The Cincinnati Bengals are projected to have more wins than Baltimore.
Well, people love themselves some Joe Burrow. I'm not quite sure how the maths on that one, Dirk. I suppose if Burrow is healthy, the Bengals still have a pretty talented roster, but I don't know how you figure the Ravens have gotten that much worse. I know they've lost some, folks on the defense, but you bring in Derrick Henry, you make some moves. If anything, I thought the Ravens were becoming a tougher squad than last year. That one I'm not too sure about, but
if I had to guess, the reason is because Ravens have like the number 2 or number 3 strengths of schedule, hardest schedule in the NFL.
Right.
Then on top of that, Cincinnati's like at 15 overall. You should see the difference between what Browns and Steelers and Ravens are playing in that division versus the, like, for lack of a better term, just easy schedule that Cincinnati
sorry
has.
ass schedule.
It is sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, they are playing the likes of some of the bottom of the barrel teams, while
Johnson and Wales.
For some reason, teams like Cleveland are having to not only play Denver, but they're playing Denver at Denver again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these things just don't make sense with some of the scheduling. While Cincinnati, I think they're starting off their season against New England, who, boy, that team has a long way to turn around to be any good this year. So I just think it's wild. I think it's part of that. But even though Cincinnati has a substantially easier strength of schedule, I mean, I'm looking at that squad. Mike, you have Jamar Chase, you have Burrow, great. But after that, like, the running back situation there, and what is T. Higgins going to play? I think at this point, no one really knows. I mean, the contract situation with him and whether or not the franchise tag is going to hold and he's actually going to play or show up, that's a question. And if without those players, you're going to start thinking, boy, this isn't the same type of Cincinnati team that we've seen in the past. And 10.5 wins, that's a high projection. Mike.
That's pretty high, Derek. Now, I do have to throw the caveat. Once upon a time, I think the University of Wyoming had the lowest ranked strength of schedule for the basketball team for non-conference in the entire Division I. And they had scheduled Johnson and Wales, a cooking school. They had guys out there in chef hats playing. And that's about where the Bengals are at on this, Dirk.
Yeah,
no, it's not that weak.
No, but when your team's losing the culinary art schools, it's all bad.
Now, we beat Johnson and Wales.
Who's the culinary art school of, like, the NFL?
The culinary art school.
I mean, at this
of the
point,
NFL.
are we going to call, like, the Raiders the culinary art school, or are we going to call, like, maybe
no one's
the
eating
Giants?
No, it's
the
like
Giants with DeVito.
DeVito has the cutlets. I think that's a better. Yeah, it's either them or like the Saints. You're going to go for some gumbo. You're going to go get weird down there. But no, we're not going to eat anything that the Raiders fans have prepared. You're going to end up with salmonella or a tapeworm or something like that. Don't eat Raiders food. End of story.
So you're selling. You're selling the fact that Cincinnati has more wins than Baltimore at the end of the season.
I'm selling kind of like Zappos sold me these shoes, baby. Look at that. Hey. Yeah.